I'm going to be showing you how to create ribbon words using 2-inch strips of paper. You should also have the poster board that is in your art kit, a pair of scissors, and a pencil. Once you have decided on the word you'd like to use for this ribbon word project, we're going to need to start to shape our letters and attach them to this paper. I'm going to be using the word hope. Start out by making some decisions on the shape of the letters, if you want them all to be capitalized, if you want them all to be lowercase, or the first letter capitalized, the rest lowercase. You can do this using a cursive style where the letters would flow together. It's really up to you. So make those decisions and just kind of experiment at this step. I'm thinking I want to make a capital letter for my first letter here for the word hope. So I'm just laying this out, trying to see how that's going to fit. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just split this piece of paper in half, right? So the two sides of that letter H, I will cut. And then see how that looks. Okay, that should be good. And then I need a little piece in between. So I'm gonna take from my next sheet and just kind of line that up. I'll cut right about here. At this point, if you want, you can take a pencil and make little marks to show you where you want these cut lines to be. Okay, so that could work. Now what I'm just realizing while doing this is probably would have benefited me to have a little extra here so I could fold over and make a tab. So I'm gonna do that again because otherwise it's gonna be really hard for me to make this stick together just with tape. So here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna lay that over top and then maybe I want like an extra 1/4 inch on each side that I can use to make a tab and fold this over. So now I have here, you don't need to fold a lot of it over, but just enough so that when I go to tape this together, it'll stick together better. Okay, but I'm not gonna finish taping everything out yet. I want to form the rest of my letters first and then make adjustments if I need to, because potentially you could start making your letters too big and run out of room, or they're too small. So do this at stages. So my next letter is O. Again, looking at the size of the H that I have here. Need to decide how big I want this. And maybe I want to make this O be represented by a heart shape. So if I were to fold this piece of paper, here I can make a heart. Now I need to decide if that's too big in comparison to the H. Well, I think it will work for right now. Okay, so I'm going to pinch that. Maybe I want to leave it a little bit rounded. I don't want it super sharp. For this one, I think I am going to go ahead and tape this. And if I need to fix it, I can. I can go back and make adjustments by taking that tape off. Use clear tape if you can, so Scotch tape rather than masking tape. That would be ideal. Okay, I can fix that up once I get everything else situated. So that could be my O, and then I need the P. So I'm gonna lay those together, size it up compared to the side of the H letter. And I'm gonna make this a lowercase p. All right, so I'm thinking right about here. Again, I can make a little mark for myself. Now, one other thing you might wanna consider is certain letters you could just, instead of cutting multiple pieces, you could make it all in one. So where I had this line marked, maybe if I just fold that down, right? And then I can just take and bend that back. Now I have the letter P. So I don't have to have something else to connect to. It will stay more securely because it's just folded here. So now I only have to tape it at that spot. So I'll leave that there for now. I think that will work. And then my final letter is E. Again, instead of cutting multiple pieces, why not just do this all in one? And that actually might be okay. The shape of this E. Okay, so let's see. Now, I'm going to tape on the inside of this. Again, making some design decisions. I'm gonna fold that tape over. Put a little bit of tape on the other side. Doesn't look like a great E right now. So looking at this, I do need this to bend. You can use something that's already round to kind of curl that together to give that more shape, or just kind of roll it into a tube. Trying to be careful that this doesn't get too bent. I'm not really happy with that. I don't like the shape of it, so maybe I'm gonna fold this now and make that more sharp. Bend that out. I think it's looking like the letter G right now. So I'm gonna see what happens if I fold this. This will bring it a little bit closer to where I want it to be. Okay, that should work. I think this will work. And then I can tape this bottom part down to get it closer to the shape that I want. Now I'm gonna just, before I start taping things together, just one more time sizing everything up. Make sure, okay, there's my O. The P will be there. Okay, I have enough room, perfect. If you choose a longer word, you're gonna want your letters to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna tape. I want that to be right about in the middle. You're gonna have my little tab here. Get another piece of tape. This does get a little bit tricky. So be patient with yourself. You might need to do this a couple times to get it just right. But it is important that you get this exactly the way you want, because this is going to be used for the drawing of your work.